Hi, my name is Dieter Blaylock. I was the director of photography. Let me introduce Mookie Schwartz, the director.
Dieter, let me just say it was a pleasure to work with you on this project.
I know we've worked together before, and this was definitely my pleasure. Let's talk about this project and kind of how it came to you.
Well, as you know, this has been a passion project for several months now. Brandy is an absolute joy to work with. As we all know, she's spent a lot of time off Broadway. Worked with kids and animals that never really gone straight with raw meat, and I think she really hit a home run here.
She did. I think early in her career she'd done a McRib commercial, and as we all know, that's
right.
That's cooked meat.
That's right.
So it went from doing small indie films to doing big action pictures, lots of fighting, lots of kung fu, and I think now she's trying to really establish herself again as a serious actress.
That's a great body of work on its own.
Yeah, that is a great body of work.
When Nicholas approached me in early August of last year, and both Gene and Harv had been writing for quite some time on the sequel to T-Walk, we really wanted to do something special, and immediately what jumped out is, as you remember, The Wrath of Khan was originally released in June of '82. Mm-hmm. That was Brandy's birthday.
Yeah.
So there was magic from the get-go. We spent a lot of time with the original cast, obviously Bill Shatner, Leonard Nimoy.
They were so gracious.
Kelly,
they were so gracious.
James DeHoom, Walter Koenig, all of them, George Takei. And, Brandy went to Big Bear, I believe it was, and spent several weeks really rehearsing the script, getting
training.
it right.
I mean, what we can't actually forget is how physically demanding this part was.
And the unsaid dialogue.
Yeah.
There's a biblical reference I'm sure you all caught.
I mean, it was Ricardo Montalban who first, uttered the words of Milton, it's better to lead in hell than to serve in heaven. And I think thematically, that's really what we were going for here. How did you raise the stakes of the movie?
Well, there's a scene in the movie where Brandy literally holds the porterhouse above her head, and the obvious analogy there is raising the stakes. And of course, she's standing behind the barrier, the barrier to progress,
symbolic.
And of course the stakes are raised.
How did you settle on the porterhouse?
We looked at several marbled blends of New York, which was our first choice. We realized out of the get-go that wasn't going to work. Again, we were shooting late in the year, and that steak really isn't right until you get to the springtime. The porterhouse eventually it was a natural choice. It wrote itself into the picture. I wouldn't call it a genre film.
No, definitely not a genre.
I would say that definitely it's
out of the box.
Mass audience. I would say it sort of brings out of the box into the box. Shooting the picture on location in New Delhi presented a number of challenges, and Rakhi Sawant, hats off to him, the head of PETA in India.
Shooting a movie in India that revolves around a bloody steak does pose problems.
Not the least of which was the problem that the cow is a sacred animal. I think that was an oversight in the script. I'll take the blame for that, but it was a hurdle that we got over.
You went into pre-production, and then something happened. Tell us about it.
Well, yeah, we went into pre-production in early August, and that was a mistake. We wanted the right setting. We needed the leaves just the right color, as you can tell from the film, and it just didn't work. So we lost several weeks of production early on. We pushed the project back. We shot it again early fall,
right?
And I think the output speaks for itself.
From a photography standpoint, I think we made the right decision. Heaven.